everybody, it's Debbie. Welcome. You're at your home, your happy place. If you're new, I hope you'll think about subscribing before the video is done. It's free. So today we're going to be doing a little decorating of my coffee table and styling the table behind me, the sofa table, and then we'll do some throws and pillows. And though I know you can kind of see my shelf styling back there, I'm not going to do any close-ups because we'll do that another day. But I really want to talk first about the style we're going for, because I've done it in a room before, but I haven't done it in a larger area, and that is the Ralph Lauren inspired decor. And why am I saying Ralph Lauren inspired? Well, first of all, I'm not buying Ralph Lauren pieces, but if you have the budget for it, oh my goodness, there is a site called ralphlaurenhome.com. Perigold.com carries an entire Ralph Lauren, from the small pieces to the bedding, and then Macy's actually has more discounted prices in the bedding and bath areas of Ralph Lauren. And to be honest, I have a few Ralph Lauren blankets and throws that I have found at Home Goods. So be on the lookout if you are a fan of that style. So let's talk about what the style is. So I wrote down notes for myself, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more later on about what's going on with me and Ralph Lauren. But for me, Ralph Lauren definitely is masculine. Often it's equestrian, Americana, which is why, in honor of Ralph Lauren, I have on my Ralph Lauren iconic Americana sweater, and I'll show you my jeans later. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. But it can also be polo equestrian. It can also be nautical. Ralph Lauren has he has a yacht. He has one of the old boats that is like the varnished wood. I know they have a name, but I can't think of it. So you can kind of go in different directions that way. Most of the time the rooms are a little dark and moody, and I call it like a polished rustic. So he has a lot of pieces, like leather would be seen in there, and like I said, dark woods. You can see antiques for sure. Other elements would include palms, ferns in your decor, definitely plaids, tartans. So you would see those in pillows and in throws. You can see those in bedding, and you can also see them in tabletop. He has a whole line of completely gorgeous tartan plaid plates that are drop dead. They're just gorgeous. Also in tabletop is your just plain classic white with gold rims. I see a lot of gold accent pieces, and you'll see silver too, but it's very polished. So bar tools. Bar tools can go silver to gold and can have a lot of leather also inspired pieces, and you'll see that if you go into like Perigold. I think definitely had some of those items. Bedding that you could find that's similar is chaps, CHAPS. I used to find chaps at Kohl's. I think you can find maybe a little bit of it on Amazon. I definitely think you can find a little bit of it on Wayfair. And I am so discouraged because I have pillowcases from one of those chaps that's still, the whole set is still available, but I have not been able to find the comforter. And I think I may have just given it away at one point, which I'm very disappointed. Color stories that are used definitely are a deeper red, and deeper blues, forest greens, all the things that you would see in a tartan plaid, little bits of gold, but not bright gold as far as materials and textiles go. A warm gold, and then a lot of blue and white, like we would see in chinoiserie. So it's just very warm. Okay, if we were talking wall art, you're going to see some more moody, dark landscapes. You might see some vintage looking boat pictures. Definitely you'll see horse pictures, and most of the time, every now and then you see, like, there's some Ralph Lauren bars in New York, and I'm not sure where else, where things are a little less, I'm going to say the word cluttered, but most often in Ralph Lauren rooms, it's more like a gallery wall. There are a lot of things on the wall. It's very, very lived in, but refined. And then on your coffee table, most often the coffee table is going to be big and square or rectangle versus circular, and you're going to see a lot of books, big coffee table books stacked, and other items. It's full. The coffee table is not an area where you've got a spot to sit things down. It's always full. So today I am going to go into that aesthetic, but I am definitely going to be putting my own spin on it because I do have a little bit more coastal inspiration than you would find in a Ralph Lauren room. And I also have a little bit more of my own color story. So where he goes darker, I'll pick up something much brighter, which you can see in the background back there. That is not very likely a Ralph Lauren look at all. In fact, this fireplace stone, that rustic refined look, is beautiful Ralph Lauren. So somebody with Ralph Lauren style might have these bookcases where I have them painted a gray, would have been a darker wood brown, and then maybe if they wanted to highlight or pop the back, they might have put in a plaid wallpaper or just painted something in a deeper red or dark green to make it a little bit more moody and cozy. Those kind of colors can make you feel cozy. So I'm going to start with my most favorite part today, which is going to be my sofa table. And my sofa table is very much that furniture piece. If I forgot to mention, Ralph Lauren Home also sells furniture pieces. And I have at least 3 pieces here that are very much Ralph Lauren inspired. Obviously, many of you have seen this. I do have a lot of new subscribers, by the way. Thank you and welcome. But what I'm going to talk about here is, so I have a, probably that's like an alligator motif. I mean, it feels like it is real. It's not, but I don't know what it's made of. And then it is trimmed in leather, and this feels really like leather. And then we have this leather strap that goes over it with a buckle. And then we turn into a wicker that's varnished. And a very manly leg on this, and then a shelf detail. So this piece is absolutely something that I would expect to see in a Ralph Lauren home, and it would make a great entryway piece. I doubt that I can find it anywhere. I bought mine locally here in Springfield, Missouri, but many, many years ago. So this happened very accidentally because I just wanted it to look magazine worthy. And when it was all said and done, I was like, I love it. So this is a piece I picked up. I always like to see if there's no price tag on it. This was from Home Goods several years ago. Look at that, how tall it is, you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. See, it's such an awesome piece. And I love it. It came potted like this, and I just think it's gorgeous. So we're taking that inspiration from blue and white and starting off right there. I wanted something with a big presence. These are gorgeous and very much in that aesthetic. They're masculine, and they definitely, with their wicker and wood, take on that Ralph Lauren inspired look. So we're going to set that right here. Next, I had a bowl. I have quite a few of these. And I think I got these on Amazon. And then inside of it, I just tossed some beads with this very natural jute tassel hanging out. And then this piece kind of goes with my Audubon feel in the room. So I'm carrying that through. This is my take. So this is where I'm veering off, but still it's a nature piece and it's in gold. And it's really helpful to bridge the gap between this height way up here and this height way down here. It really highlights this little guy. This is a huge bulky piece that would totally look at home. It definitely comes across as masculine. I see that I bought this at, oh, this is from Bloomland Square. So this was new, I don't know, I think it was this year. And I'm not putting a candle on it. Rather than, I mean, what would look good there if it's Ralph Lauren inspired would be a horse head or, oh, I don't know. I can't think of everything, but I'm not going in that direction. So this is where I'm putting me in it. And I am taking in my coastal piece, although I think you could possibly see this in a Ralph Lauren home. This is just a beautiful collected piece. And now, because I have that super high thing, it would be really unfortunate if I kind of went down to nothing. So I've brought it back up. So details matter. And this is a key with a tassel. These were really popular. Probably, I don't know. You guys tell me all the time. Somebody was talking to me about preppy, vintage preppy. I don't know. But the truth is that's another term for Ralph Lauren is a preppy style. But these were very popular in the 90s, I think maybe. And I just don't get rid of stuff because I hold on to it. If I love it, I hold on to it. Now, I had this hanging off of there, but I want to see what it would look like just set up here. Because when it's hanging, you don't see that key at all. Okay, I don't love it. If the key was more substantial, that would be really cool there. But it's not. So I'm just going to put it on the handle. On the bottom, I'm going to put a stack of magazines. You can see, even though you won't see it, I have another Audubon piece. And this is the magazine that I was featured in. So it was nice to have that there. I don't think they noticed. On top of that, I am just going to put this just for texture and like movement. In the middle, I'm just going to put a coffee table book. Um, I I know that I think that you might be able to see the top of it, and this one is The Hermitage. It was a book. I love staying in historic hotels, and while this one unfortunately has changed since we stayed there, when we stayed there, the rooms were very antiqued. And then the next time we wanted to stay there, um, they were modernized, and it was really sad to me because it's a historic hotel, and it says it was Nashville's first $1 million hotel. I love these kind of things, and honestly, you guys, oh, this has got a lot of history that's very unique in it. I love the stories, but um, this is the first place where someone served us French press. And that started me using a French press. So while I was saying, I think in a previous video, we went to the historic hotel of West Baden, and they served me hot tea with the tea forte. This one served us coffee in a hot press. So I get so many of my inspirations from just traveling historic places in the United States. Okay, this next piece, I'm not proud of it, but I needed filler and I wanted that vase in there. I don't have any extra flowers right now, or I would just cut all these out and replace them, but I intend to. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in, and I know it doesn't go. This is just one of those times where I didn't have the piece that I exactly needed, and this time it's not really going to work out. Okay, so I chose it for this, but not for all those bright spring colors. So I was really, really happy with this. This I was okay with. But you know what? If I'm going to be okay with something, I'd rather it be down on the floor than up here. And then the other thing is, I mean, I was on a time crunch and I needed to be ready for a photo shoot. And we can go through that over and over again. You guys know it was really my whole house had to be done within about 8 days of them coming. And that was taking down Christmas and redecorating. So if that's the case, I'm pretty happy with that then. All right, let's come over here and look at another piece that I think is very, very Ralph Lauren inspired. And that is these leather sofas. These are considered Chesterfields. A Chesterfield is a sofa that has all of these beautiful buttons on them, and they're typically leather. I guess you could find some that are sometimes velvet. Rarely do you see these in a print because I think it kind of gets lost. And this is the slightest camelback, if you see it there. Kind of dips just a little bit. And then they have the huge rolled arms, and they really are leather, and they take a beating. You really can't, I mean, the more you use them, the more, like my dogs have been on them before and scratched them, etc., the better they look. It's really, really weird. So, and I've got two. In our lives, we had, in the beginning of our marriage, when we first bought sofas, we bought a sofa and a love seat. And we soon figured out that a love seat is kind of useless because only two people sit there. And I don't know. It just seemed like for the money, you might as well just buy two sofas. It doesn't take up that much more room, but it certainly provides a lot more seating, and it balances because you can mirror the sofas, which we've done upstairs, or you can do it like this, and it balances. So I'm going to go with a navy throw, and this is, oh, it almost has a velvet feel, but as you can see, it's not velvet. Oh, it's chenille. That's what it is. And these are from Amazon. They're very gorgeous. So I'm going to start with one of these on each sofa. So I casually toss my throws on the corners. Someone was mentioning to me a week or so ago that she worked in a furniture store and they were required to have them very straight and folded. Now, Ralph Lauren does have a very casual lived-in feel. However, this is a place where if you folded them and put them down the center of the sofa, it would look right at home in a Ralph Lauren room. Something that you will sometimes see in Ralph Lauren is animal print, but typically not the way you're going to see it right now. So I'm staying true to the color in this pillow with a blue and white motif, but it's not a plaid, it's not a leather. So this becomes a little bit chinoiserie, and that is me bringing in this blue and white. I fell in love with these last year. They were at Home Goods, and every time I went by them, I'm like, but I don't know where I'd put them, but I love them down here. They were very much at home. And these are pillows. They are not pillow covers. But what I put on top, again, is me breaking away from that style and adding my own touch, which is going to be my bright coral, which I don't always pull from my bookcases, but it's one of my favorite colors. It's the pop. Like if you were in my last video, I did the pop of yellow on the table, so unexpected and yet really, really, really pretty as I stand here looking at the scallops. Now these pillows are at least a year, if not 2 years old, but they're available in lots of colors on Amazon, which I will link below. So again, if you're looking for a way to add scallops, this is not Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren doesn't have a lot of scallops. I said he's very masculine, and overall he is, but if you get into some of the bedding in that, you'll see that there's a lot of florals. And so you can come up with a very feminine room. You can see how that sofa tables items tie in. The blue and white's carried over. And then, of course, just glancing up there, you see the back of the bookcases. That is the true color. All right, my next and last piece that we're going to do is this gorgeous, gorgeous coffee table. And you've seen it many times, but I love to show it. I don't often show the underneath. I mean, it's so pretty. Who's going to see that? But I do. I know it's there. But this would be what I would say are details that you would see in a Ralph Lauren home piece. There is a lot of inlay in this. You see the triangles on the outside, and then all these exquisite scroll pieces on the inside. And then the edging is very, very ornate. It is a masterpiece to me. I love it. Starting with these 3 really tall candlesticks. And these are real wax. I don't know how they do this, but real wax, yet they have batteries inside. And there we go. They have a warm flame. It's flickering in that flame, by the way. It's very beautiful. I have another favorite piece that I got at Home Goods, I'm sure. I feel like I can feel the price tag underneath. So let's see. TJ Maxx, $25. Now it didn't come with this. I pushed this in the top. But I love this piece. What a find. And in front, again, I'm tying in my Audubon, which is a very muted color palette. And then, of course, as I've shown you before, it's all the beautiful, beautiful prints that you can purchase. I mean, imagine, look at how thick this book is. It is gorgeous. And all of the ones that I have hanging in my house are in here. So if I'm ever interested in looking for some new ones, I can look it up in here and then try and search and find a print. Or you could cut up your book, but I'm not going to do that. And I did buy this on Amazon. So I love it. I'm going to add the gold rimmed marble. So this is more of an elegant touch. There's 4 of them. I'm using one somewhere else. More of a gold, this is a little bit of an elegant touch. So this is probably the least Ralph Lauren inspired part, because if I truly want to get that aesthetic, I really would have built up a whole lot of books and really interesting items on this table, which in the future I'm going to do. I want to try that. I love the look. I just didn't have the items in order to do it. It takes a lot of coffee table books, you guys, and I need them in other places in my house. This basket with leather straps, again, very much a Ralph Lauren inspired piece. I am putting a blanket in it, but for it to really bring home that look, it would have likely been a plaid blanket. This is, again, me putting my spin on it. So I'm keeping the color story here. My daughter gave this to me for Christmas. As you can see, it's from Seaside. If I open it up, well, here, I'll open up just this part of it. You can kind of see United States Post Office. So this is the iconic post office in Seaside, and it has a lot of special meaning to us because when she was very young, we've got a picture of her standing in front of it. I think she's with her father. So anyway, I thought, what am I going to do with this? I want this blanket out. And you know me, I have, when I do throws, I have one on both sides, and it's a blanket anyway. It's not really a throw. So yeah, I choose to put it in here so we can still cozy up with it, but it's out where I can know that she gave it to me, and I love being able to do something like that. And here we have it. Can you see the snow behind me? I think we got, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches maybe. You guys, thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned a little bit about Ralph Lauren Inspired. We'll be revisiting that in the future. I have, of course, the rest of this area to show you, the bar, some spots that you haven't seen before down here that I've never shown. And my husband on Valentine's, well, we had a date with another couple, so that was lovely. But he planned an entire weekend for us at our lake house. And our lake house had been pretty stripped of decor because we were going to do a midterm rental. And because of that, and we didn't end up renting it. We're going to be putting it on the market in a month or so. Again, you guys, I sat there and I looked at the house kind of, naked. It wasn't completely naked, but there wasn't any special decor. And I realized even though I knew I was coming here and I'd already told you, Ralph Lauren Inspired, but that was probably in my mind. And I thought, what can I do to capture the beauty of this home? That home has a lot of dark woods. It's a very brown house. I mean, the granite is brown, not solid, but it's brown. The tiles are a golden brown taupey. It's a very warm house. Not my style at all. But I can decorate any style. And as I sat there, I made a list of some of the things that I told you about today and thought, I'm going to go thrifting or antiquing and see if I can find some of those items. And I did. So coming up in the next weeks, I don't know when I'm going to do it because Easter is coming and I'm going to do a little Easter. But I'm probably not going to do as much as I usually do. I am going to bring you the things that I found, and also we will go there and start putting it together. So I'm excited. I can't wait to do that as well. My color analysis, I have approval to go ahead and do. So I'm going to try and pull that together also in the next coming week. Okay, so let's see what I'm wearing because honestly, this was from Amazon, you guys. I love it. This is a cozy navy blue sweater with the American flag and the jeans. Unbelievable. You know what? I'm going to take the camera down and show you the jeans because they are so cute and comfy. These are so cute. I think the other leg is pretty much the same. Very comfortable. They do have stretch in them. So if you like a jean like that, they're not skinny, but they're not wide leg. So I got these on Amazon and I will link them below. I'll see you guys on Sunday. I'm going to be bringing you a little show and tell and a spot in our house that is unique and that I haven't really shown much before. And then we'll do a little decorating around the corner from that. And I think it'll give you some, ideas of something maybe you haven't thought of before in your own home. So can't wait to see you. Take care. Stay warm if you're in the cold regions. It doesn't seem to matter these days. If you're in the United States and you're in the South, you could wake up to snow. So I'll see you soon. Bye.